Welcome back to another episode of the Talk Your Shit Sports Podcast. Welcome back to another big episode we got, man. I'm here with my main man, Patrick Valdez. Peace, say what up?
What's going on, family?
Yeah, it's lit, man. But before we go ahead and get started, man, I want everyone right now to go follow us on our on Instagram at Talk Your Shit Sports Podcast. You can follow our YouTube page at Talk Your Shit Sports Podcast YouTube page. We can find all our content, all our material up on there, and wherever you listen for your podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Anchor. But without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it, man, because it's getting nice out. It's getting summer. Summertime's almost here. People are going on vacation. Ladies, if you can't make DR, go holler at my man Marquis over at Epidemic Fitness out in Brockton, man. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what up to the people, big dude, big guy?
How you guys doing? What's going on, man?
It's lit. Let's get into it, P.
What's going on, Keith, man? I want you to dive in and let the people know where you're from and when and where and why you started with the training.
All right, cool. From Brockton, Mass. Was born in Boston, but I was raised in Brockton, so I'm repping the fatherhood fully.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, gotta let everybody know. Let's see. I started officially certified training, become a certified personal trainer 2 years ago. I started. Know who really pushed me, to be honest with you, is actually my wife. She was actually when she was losing weight after my second child, my daughter was born. She went crazy in the gym. You know what I mean? So I'm like, she going crazy in the gym. There's gonna be some dudes in there. You know what I mean? So I gotta get right. Plus I had a daughter, so I can't let my daughter's boyfriend beat me up. So So I had to get in the gym. But all jokes aside, I started 2 years ago. I was at AAPT, American Academy for Personal Training, downtown Boston, right across the street from Copley. Great school, great staff, great people there. They taught me a lot of hands-on training, which was really good for me because I'm a hands-on learner. It was really good experience with it. Different people from different type of backgrounds were all there. White, black, Spanish. There was a shorty who was a bodybuilder. She was posing and everything, making me look crazy. I'm like, man, I want to be like you. And she's a shorty. You know what I'm saying? But no, she's a beast. But great experience. I started because honestly, I was a football coach. I was a youth football coach. I was telling my man David earlier that we would kill them in the first half. First quarter, we would kill them. I mean, like, nobody gonna touch us. We moving, we juking. And as soon as that game kept going on, you can see it slowly. Our conditioning, everything was terrible. Like these teams from like Framingham, Natick, all these teams, Wellesley, all the high class areas. But and they were killing us because they would last the whole game. I mean, and it showed that our youth in Brockton, first of all, they wasn't conditioned. You know what I mean? You got these kids out here who have the opportunity to play sports all year round. You know what I mean? And my guys over here, they only have is football. You know what I mean? Or the YMCA. And how often are they going there? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it showed me a lot that we were lacking in something in my community. And I felt like, let me go out here, let me go do my part and go ahead and, learn something and take what I learned and take it right back to the youth. And so far, that's what I've been doing. So that's like my biggest thing is making sure that the youth of today is actually in a good position to either compete with these other people from different areas or just in general. You know what I mean? Just want them to be healthy because our kids out here are not healthy. You know what I mean? They're not, and it's not an incentive to actually become healthy. All they worried about is either it's not even the drug dealers and the rappers no more. It's the video games now. You know what I mean? So it's like they're sitting in front of a TV screen, so all day. So it's like they don't even have the drive to even get up and get out, to go outside. And then when COVID hit, it's like, man, forget all that. Everybody's inside now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of my son's friends, they communicate not even on phones. They communicate through the PlayStation, the Xbox. And so it's like that's their engagement now. They're not even engaged in playing basketball or football or even get outside and do anything. So that's why I really started, because of the youth. I feel like the youth needs something, and I'm here to provide it.
Lit. So tell us. COVID hit. I mean, it's about to be, almost a post-pandemic, man. Things are starting to open back up, man. So tell us who you're working with. How the programs are going, and like what's been the response for folks. I mean, from families to young men to just working parents. How's that been working with them?
So it's like COVID, man. It was devastating. Devastating. It was, I lost a lot of people during COVID. 8 total people I know. I lost 8 people during the whole pandemic when it first started.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, but honestly, as far as like professional wise, it hasn't hurt me. You know what I mean? It's been a blessing. I gotta be honest with you. I can't sit up here and lie and say, oh, I've been it messed me up or hurt me. It didn't. It actually made everything better because my gym is so private where I work at, and it's not that many people here except me and the other person. Like I said, the most people ever here at a certain time would be like 10 people. And the gym's closed, so everybody want to work out. So They would hit me up. They would see me in the gym, like, yo, Keisha still going in the gym? What are you doing? What do you work at? What you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. Give my story, let them know that's okay to come here. Wear a mask, come through and work out. It's not a problem. And ever since then, it's been like everything's been skyrocketing for me. You know what I mean? So COVID's actually helped me. It helped me more than hurt. You know what I mean? I can't, like I said, I can't lie and say it affected me. But it only made things better for me, as far as personal, professionally wise. And as far as like the people I work with now, I'm still working with the youth. I work now with the youth. The youth is bringing their parents in with them. And I think that's such a great thing. Like it's that bonding that, that a lot of people never get. You know what I mean? Not because most of the time the parents are working 9 to 5, the kids in school, and then when they come home, the kids probably got some after school program, and the mom got to come home or the dad got to come home and cook food and breakfast, and before you know it, the day's over. You know what I mean? There's not that many people really sitting at the dinner table talking about what you do today. You know what I mean? That's not really happening in this community. But yeah, so what I like a lot is what I really found my niche in is the family atmosphere. Like there's people that's bringing their fiancés in, and it's all love, fiancés, and then it's
ain't nobody try to leave their significant other at home. Everyone's at the gym trying to get right.
Trying to get right,
making everyone jealous. Right. You know what I mean? Everyone's getting right. I can't let my girl just go get tight. I gotta come with her.
And then another thing too is, you know what I'm saying, if your significant other's with me in the morning 3 to 4 days a week, you might want to come and check in once in a while. Nah, I'm joking.
My man Keys is talking his shit. Epidemic fitness, y'all. Epidemic fitness.
You might want to check in once in a while, see what's really going on. Maybe what type of workout we doing. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ain't nothing but crunches. Crunches and sit-ups. But nah.
That's real.
But I like it because, like I said, I got fathers coming in with their kids. I got mothers coming in with their sons. I got daughters coming in with like a lot of things that you don't see, you see is happening. You know what I mean? And like I said, I love it because I feel like I'm doing something for the community. I'm doing something, like I feel like I'm making a difference. And, that's all. Anybody in life, they want to feel like they're making a difference. I mean, and it doesn't have to be like, like Jay-Z, freeing people from this jail. Like you could do something in your own community. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never run for mayor. I would never run for governor. That's just me. That's not my personality. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be a school principal. You know what I mean? But I know what I'm good at. I know my niche, and I found it. I'm gonna stick in my lane. You know what I mean? And this is what I can offer, and still be myself. And so far, it's been working. I can't complain at all. You know
that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. But Keith, man, like I said, you're my trainer, man. You be having me there, damn crying every night, man. No bull, man. Like he's serious, man. But I've seen you during the summertime like when we run our 4 miles,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like 8 o'clock, and then you have another, 4 or 5, like you said, parents, kids, and coming in like right after me, and you're back on the trail again to run another 4 miles.
Yeah.
And then I text you during that day, and I'm like, Keith, how many miles did you run that whole day? Like damn near like 10, 15 miles. I'm like, yo, you are ODing. But where do you find that motivation, like to continue doing what you do?
I find my motivation on seeing results from everybody else. It's seeing the fact that like what people don't understand is that when I be doing the 4 miles with people is that it pushes me, it challenges me. You know what I'm saying? For me, it makes me like, okay, if letting people know if I can do it, you can do it type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I also get, like I said, I get the motivation to keep going because you guys keep coming. You know what I mean? You guys keep pushing me to me want to be greater and learn more too. So it's like it's a motivation thing for both of us. Like
right.
I like even with like the boys be like, cause I give them a head start. And the boys be like, yo, before like I'm running, he's nowhere to be found. As soon as I turn my head, he's right behind me, type of thing. So it just keeps you on your P's and Q's. Because in this world, young Black men, they don't understand that they have to stay sharp.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just young men in general. But the problem is they will never think of it like that. They don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? They don't know that there's always somebody behind you trying to take your spot or trying to take you out. And now you gotta stay sharp. You gotta stay aware of what's going on because you never know when I'm gonna show up. And that's a life principle that these kids don't even know that they're learning.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm instilling that in them now. So when they get out in this world and they realize, oh shit, yo, I gotta stay on my schoolwork.
Right.
I gotta stay on my school before somebody take my spot. Oh, I gotta make sure when I do my job, I'm doing that 110%. I can't give up. I'm tired, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, it's hot. There's so many excuses you can do at DW. But one thing I love about DW it's a motherfucker is that
don't challenge you.
When you start, you have to finish. You have to finish because where you gonna stop at? How you gonna get back home? How you gonna get back to your cars? They can't pick you up in the middle. You gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's why I focus on DW so much because it's like you have to push yourself. It builds character with you. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for both of us because it challenges me and it makes me feel good that the other person has accomplished their goal. You know what I mean? So that's just it's like I said, it's a win-win for both of us. I love it.
Lit. So you mentioned like the young boys staying on their pivot, like staying on, making sure nobody takes their spot. In terms of fitness, I mean, there are a lot of trainers out here, man. Like in your network. So with like the evolution of fitness that's going on all the time, things are always changing. There's always new innovations. How are you staying ahead of the curve? How are you constantly staying relevant? Like how will you continue to grow this business and really putting your mark on the wellness journey?
So my biggest thing with me is I don't have a program. Like I said, I don't have a program for everybody. So when you come in, you don't know what you're going to get. You tell me that you're gonna, so it keeps you like interested. Like you come here like, damn, I know I'm gonna get a workout. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I'm saying, like I might have you doing a box jump with a backflip. You know what I mean? Something crazy like that. But it's like it's like it's just like I gotta keep it interesting because I get bored quick too. You know what I'm saying? I get bored quick too. I can't sit here and tell you to do 10 bench presses, and then in 2 weeks, we're gonna bring you to 15 bench presses. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. But it's what I do, like I do a lot of research is I try to attack that muscle. I try to attack that muscle in more than one exercise. So if you just say like, for me, like I want to bench press a lot. I like bench press. All right. So I'm gonna like I said, I get bored. So I'll do something for me to get like another push exercise. But I'm still hitting my goal. I'm still doing what I want to do, but it's just different ways. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think I'm gonna say maybe that's why people keep coming, because they don't get bored. You know what I mean? And I get a lot of word of mouth promotion.
Right,
And
right.
I get a lot of I don't. And one of my biggest thing is that I don't. I need to start doing more. I need to start posting more on my social media. Like recently, I just took everything out. But the thing is, like, I feel like I don't do things for likes. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I could do some type of crazy exercise, but it's like I'm not here just like, oh, this is what I can do type of thing. My thing is like, we work. If you know somebody that needs a trainer, just let them know. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, I don't ask people to do that. It's just I let my work speak for myself. If that makes sense. Like, I don't sit here and try to prove that and I don't even bash other trainers. There's great trainers out there. There's a lot of great trainers out there. I don't bash other trainers. I actually respect trainers. The dude that owns his gym's a whole nother trainer. I mean, he has his own thing, and we promote each other. There's like 3 trainers in this one location, and we all rock with each other, and we all promote each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not of who's better than who. It's that, oh, I like what he did with her. Let me incorporate that into my thing. It's more like we all feed off each other type of thing. So it's like So you know what I mean. The thing that keeps, like I say, the answer to the question is that I just gotta keep everything. I just gotta keep everything interesting. I can't be basic. That's one thing I can't do. I can't be basic. So I don't write programs, but if you tell me what you want, you tell me your goals, we're gonna work on them. Simple. So
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Listen, guys, you hear beginning from here first, man. Talk your shit, man. This the boy Keith. He's a beast, man. He's a beast. You guys gotta definitely check him out. Listen, when he says that something like bullshit, it's bullshit. He's bullshit. And it's nothing like he's gonna put you through hell, man. He's definitely gonna put you through hell. And that's something that I definitely like about your work. And I'm speaking personally because obviously this is my trainer. And that's something that keeps me always going to you, because it's never a dull moment, never the same workout. You're always pushing me, because there's times that I want to tap out, and he's like, nah, we finishing this workout. Let's get it. You know what I mean? And that's something that I like, and it's not just only with me. You do it all your clients, and that's pretty, and that's definitely dope. But I just want to dive into one of your other passion, and it's fatherhood, because I'm a new father, and you've been one of my guys. You and D been one of my guys that I've definitely been leaning on, and something that I appreciate and love seeing you do is you coaching your boys, and that's something that you talked about at the beginning of the show. You coaching the boys. I want you to dive in deep when it comes to you coaching your son in AAU, and how passionate you are about that.
So far as the whole coaching thing is like that passion came from me out of nowhere. I never knew I was even a coaching type of individual, and
right.
It showed me a lot about myself, and it showed me a lot of with once again our community. I say our community because that's something that I can speak of is the community I'm in. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of similar stories. Is that no, we're not growing up with my dad was always in and out of jail. You know what I mean? My mom was working hard. You know what I mean? I had 2 siblings, so it's like I could even if I wanted to do something, I couldn't do something. You know what I'm saying? Because right. I had to help my moms out. You know what I mean? And then it came to that point when I started growing up, and I realized that I had no guidance. Like a mother can try her best to raise a boy to a man. You know what I mean? I'm speaking off just experience alone. And they can try their hardest. They can put the food, they can give you the flyest clothes. They can do everything. But it's something that a dad has to teach their sons that a mother can't give them. And honestly, for me to say I know what it is, I'm not gonna say I do, because I really don't know. I just know that I was always seeking my dad. And it's like, and my mom was giving me everything. You know what I mean? But I was always seeking him. For what reason? I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Because he's my dad. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it was just the guidance I need. So what I realized that I know, especially with my oldest son, is that I'm always going to be there no matter what. You know what I mean? But thing is with him is that I'm not really going to tell him what to do. I'm going to tell him the consequences of your actions. And you can pick which way you want to go. You know what I mean? So it's like, I use basketball, I use football, and I use the coaching thing as a prime example so he can understand, because he's at a point in life, he's only 10, about to be 11 years old in a couple of weeks, and he's at a point in life where he's like, he's not going to understand everything because he hasn't been through the same stuff I've been through. So I can only teach him things that's similar that he would relate to. So I was like, listen, if you go dribble through the trap, right? You dribble through the trap, most likely the ball's going to create a turnover. But if you pass it this way, you give it to your man, most likely y'all going to score, right? So I do it like this. So it's like, if you would say you're in school, right? You're hanging out with this kid. This kid is telling you to do certain things that's going to jeopardize your basketball. Or you can listen to the teacher, listen to the teacher, possibly get good grades and everything, and look at everything. You look at your closet. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you pick what you want to do. You want to be with a drippy. You want to be drippy, or you want to be a knucklehead. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it just helped me, like, coaching kids and dealing with different personalities with the kids, and understand that the kids' background. There's some kids whose father's been killed. There's some kids whose father's just never there. There's some kids whose mothers died because of cancer. You know what I mean? There's some kids who have mental issues that don't even know they have mental issues. And it's like, you have to, like, understand, like I said, coach helped me with the father, because you got to deal with these personalities, and you got to understand how to talk to people and
right.
communicate with the young boys. Because a lot of times we don't communicate. I think that's another biggest thing that we don't have. Like, we don't have males that actually guide us or communicate with us in a way that we understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, recently, my son said something crazy to and he's only, like I said, 10, 11, and he said something crazy to a young lady, another 10, 11-year-old, and I wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't having it. So dad, me, was like, okay, you're going to go apologize to this young lady in her face for saying what you said to her. And first of all, that's not you, and I never raised you like that. Me nor your mother raised you like that, right? Ain't no father back in the day gonna do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Ain't no father gonna be like, yo, you gonna go apologize to that girl like that. As far as I know, ain't no father in my community. Ain't nobody gonna try to teach me the right way. Yeah, right? Nobody gonna teach me how that, because we're growing up, back in the day, we was growing up on the rappers. You know what I mean? We grew up on the rappers, and we trying to fit in with them and see their lifestyle. And that's the only thing we knew. And then you got the the drug dealers on the street. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching you certain things, and it's like, and then you got your friend over here whose life is all upside down, not because it's his fault, just because of his circumstances. And now you listening to him over there, you think he has your best interest over there, but instead he's more jealous of you than anything. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot that goes along with just growing up as a black man in certain neighborhoods. You know what I mean? So it's like, me being a father, I want to make sure that my son never goes through that. Ever has not. I want his problems to be ridiculous to me. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to be like, Dad, my controller don't work. So, nigga, the fuck? I don't give a fuck about you controlling not working, nigga. Get the fuck out my face with that shit, nigga. I don't give you controlling not working. Yeah, I want another controller because this one is camouflage. Nigga, you have a controller right here. You see, his problems are different. You know what I'm saying? His problems are different than mine growing up, and that's what I like. It's annoying, but I prefer that than the other way. And as far as coaching these boys, is that yeah, I have a son, but now I got almost 30 young men looking up to me. You know what I mean? Doing the same thing. You should see my phone calls. At first, it used to be inappropriate things from like females and shit. But now it's like, now if you look at my phone, it's nothing but kids I used to coach calling me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole different conversation now with me. They talk about, Coach Marquis, man. I couldn't play today because, I got in trouble at school. Why'd you get in trouble at school? They're using me to have a conversation that they probably would never be able to have with anybody.
Super lit.
Like a lot of people, like I said, like that's just not growing up. I didn't have that. I couldn't talk to somebody about, my schoolwork. Especially a grown man. I couldn't talk to another grown man talk about my schoolwork, that. I couldn't talk to a grown man talking about, this is okay for me to talk to a female like this. I just now learned. I've been married about 6 years. I just now learned how to become a good guy. You get what I'm saying? And it's just from me being tired of bullshit and me being tired of hurting people. It took me years, bro. It took me years. Like I'm still learning. You know what I mean? How to be a good guy. But now I'm taking my experience so the kids won't have to wait till they're 33 years old to know how to become a good man. You get what I'm saying? How to treat a woman. So it's like, fatherhood and coaches almost goes hand in hand. And I just feel like long as you're there for the guidance for your sons and, you really don't want to tell them what to do, because if you tell them what to do, you already turned them off. You just want them to have the ability and the smarts to know what's good and bad and what's good for them. Like if you do this is gonna happen. If you do that, this is gonna happen. Now it's up to you to pick and choose what you want to do.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So talk to us about like you talked about, the things that your sons, like young boys need. So talk to us a little bit more about what, like, the lessons you get out of actual working out, lifting weights, conditioning. Like we all know it takes, just a mindset to really be a dog about it and really stay consistent with it, stay disciplined. So talk to us a little bit more about the I guess the values that working out actually creates for young men or just people in general.
So you said it, the word that a lot of people that you said that is really important is discipline. You have to be disciplined, and that's just with everything you do. Discipline, and you have to want it. You have to want it, and when you want it, you got to go for it. You can't keep saying to yourself that I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to start working out, because then tomorrow will never happen. So my thing is, as long as you stay disciplined and consistent, it goes a long way. That's just half the battle. It's your mindset. It's your mental health. Like you have to be mentally ready to work out. You have to be. You have to say, you know what, fuck it. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? You got to have that, because if you don't have it mentally, when you come here, or you probably will never come in. And when you come here, you're probably like, man, fuck this, whatever. I'm just going to do this, and never come back. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be mentally prepared to come out here and work out. And then what happens is you start relieving stress. You know what I mean? You start relieving stress. You start looking good. So now you got confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because and then you value yourself more because you put in the work. I can tell you what to do. You know what I mean? I can show you what to do, but you still got to do it.
Right.
You still got to get up and do it. And then the bonus of it is how your body feels. You know what I'm saying? How your body looks. So now you feel good. You can run. you can breathe more, you can walk up and down stairs faster, you can run around with your kids, you can fit certain clothes. You know what I'm saying? You start getting different attention from whatever attention you like. You know, like it's like it makes you happy. At the end of the day, a lot of people don't have that. They don't have happiness. It's a simple word, happy. They're not happy. They're not mentally happy. And especially now with COVID and everything, everybody feels like they're overweight. Everybody feels like they got that COVID weight on, whatever the case may be. But they're not mentally happy, then they become physically unhappy. You know what I mean? And then what I'm noticing now, especially, is that depression is huge in our area. You know what I mean? A lot of people smoke weed just to hide it, just to cover it up. You know what I mean? Or the trauma that's been going on. And I'm not knocking none of that. But what I'm saying is that when you come in here, you gotta be consistent, you gotta be disciplined, and you gotta be mentally ready. And then there's nothing, when you work out, there's nothing bad that can happen. I mean, you may feel a little sore.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part, like I'm telling you, you're not gonna feel bad about working out. You're not. You're just gonna come out here with a whole better attitude, a lot more energy. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's all benefits. There's no negatives in working out. Nothing but benefits.
Right. No, I completely agree. Because, especially during this COVID time, like, you definitely needed an outlet. You know what I mean? And my outlet was definitely going to the gym, working out, and just forgetting about what's on the news and what's happening. Because, I mean, you can put on Sports Center and then they have a little segment of, COVID and all this other stuff. You put on CNN, they're talking about COVID. So it's like, just to get away for like at least 2 or 3 hours, the escape was the gym. But during this journey, have you found like a mentor, somebody that you can teach you that can kind of guide you along the way, that through this sports through this fitness journey?
So far as my mentor, you could say, I got a guy when I used to work in the city weightlifting. I call him OG, but his name is Reggie Thompson. I'm out there in Dorchester. He was strong as hell, right? But his story is crazy because he was in the feds for like 13 plus years in the feds. He was shot and he wasn't supposed to walk anymore. He was supposed to walk, wasn't supposed to talk. But that man, listen, when I say he's strong as an ox, bro, that man is strong. And he was, once again, self-taught. He's been working out. If you look at him now, he's old, probably like 50 something years old. Not old, but he's older, 50 plus years old. And his fight and his effort never to give up type of attitude, it was so encouraging for me to be like, man, if this man can get shot, be labeled as to never walk again, and be in the feds for some odd years, and still out here looking crazy and doing crazy shit. Like, when I say crazy shit, bro, I can't, like, this. What's my excuse? Right. You know what I mean? And he taught me. I still do some of his workouts now, and I give him credit for it too. When I with my clients, like he's very. I mean, like, what I consider him, like I said, OG. He's definitely an OG, and he's been in the fitness game for a while, and he has helped me through a lot of my journey. I mean, there's other guys too that I can say help me, but the most impact will probably be my man Reggie Thompson out of the city weightlifting.
Yeah, I definitely heard of it, man, and I heard I've heard great things about the program, just about how they're helping young men, bringing them into the fitness world and helping them create careers, man. So I think that's so dope, yo. That's super dope. So in terms of I think we can pivot now into basketball, man. Like the Nets, yo. Like the Nets just I mean, they got Blake, they got Aldridge, I mean, they got the big three. Harden is probably gonna be the MVP.
He is, not probably. He is.
KD's coming back
You
healthy.
think they're gonna let him get the MVP? even though the way he came out of Houston.
I don't think they have a choice, man. And
Right.
like with like if LeBron didn't get hurt, I think it would probably be LeBron's year. But this dude is on fire, man, and like it's amazing. He is this either arguably either the best player in the league or number two, and it is wild to see. And it's dope.
I gotta give him the best right now. I don't see nobody. I gotta give him the best. I gotta give him the
The
best. I
best.
don't know. I mean, I know Embiid was looking good before he got hurt. Embiid was looking good.
Embiid he's been looking good. He's been looking good.
And
He ain't been looking. He's been good. That man been putting up numbers, dog. He got it. Like he got a full game for a 7'1", 280-pound dude, man. Like it's just hilarious. Like it's hilarious how he attacks the game, and how he just be trolling other centers, man. This is hilarious, dog. I love Embiid, dog.
No, but he this year he's been more complete. There's been years. Like, last year, I think he was shooting a little too much. The year before, he was shooting a little bit too much, and he was kind of hurt. But this year, he put all that shit into his game. Like his full body work is ridiculous. Like he's been putting up. If he was healthy, he would have been won the MVP. But going back to James Harden, I think he's been lights out. I picked the Nets to win the finals this year. But the way that man has been balling, leading the league in assists, he's been fucking lights out without KD and Kyrie. Like he's been just going to work, man. Like he's been going to work.
See, the thing about Harden too is like I feel like he always had that. You know what I mean? I don't think. Oh. I think because he even said it himself. He said like putting up 40 points every game is like terrible. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? He never had the plays that he can lean on and show his other side of his game. You know what I mean? But you still gotta give it up to my man LeBron. You know what I mean? Braun, like he's playing like he's 17, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Like he's still like no matter where he go, he's still going to the finals.
Yeah, I mean he's still the best player in the NBA by far. But this year, if he, like D said, if he wasn't hurt, I would give him the nod. But another person that you can't sleep on is the Joker out there in Denver. Like he's been balling this year.
And
like he's been balling.
Who they just pick up too? Did they pick somebody
Aaron Gordon. They picked up Aaron Gordon this week, so they might be a problem in the West. So it might not be a easy trip to the finals this year for the Lakers.
I mean, you got LeBron, you got AD. Like you got to think about it. Yeah, they're all hurt, but they probably resting. You know what I mean? You got LeBron, you got AD, then you got
they just picked up Drummond
now. Yeah. Like, come on, nobody's gonna be able to go inside on them. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to shoot. It's gonna be tough.
They have to be healthy.
No, they're gonna attack them. Well, they're definitely gonna attack them because I mean, if you can get them out the game or in the early foul trouble, then you're gonna be good.
Who do you got coming off that bench?
Well, they got Marshall. Was it Marshall Harris? Whatever his name is.
Yeah, Trez.
He's too little.
Trez.
He's too little.
Yeah, but he's still an animal.
The White was bodying him that first half before he got ejected. So if the White is putting him work,
you gotta pause the White body. You gotta pause it. You gotta pause. You know what I mean? You gotta.
He was dishing out some work.
Oh, really? You're gonna pause that too? Like, you play good basketball. That's it.
That's your client.
You play good basketball.
Yo, Keith, that's your client, fam. These are the type of guys you're training. He's representing you, fam. But Keith, man, like, so we just witnessed. So I think you can like speak to this, man, in terms of like the longevity. Like you told your story of your mentor, how he's been in the game for so long. His workouts are just amazing. We just saw Tom Brady, 43 years old, win a 7th championship. The GOAT. So tell me more about how he's able to keep his body in football shape for this long, this level of like discipline in the nutrition, his pliability. What is he doing right that that we should all be looking at like, yo, at 43, 45, we can be doing that. We can be looking like that. We can be living our best lives, our best physical lives at that age?
Well, first of all, my man Brady, I mean, he got top of the line everything though. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing he does have. He has top of the line chefs. You know what I mean? He has so his food intake is on point. You know what I mean? He has.
And Keith, how important is that, having the top of the line chef and the intake that you're putting in your body as a professional athlete?
Well, man, as an athlete, you gotta watch everything you put in your body. You have to understand your body, if that makes sense. Like, you gotta see how your body reacts to certain things that you put in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people who can eat a whole bunch of red meat and be fine. Right. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you know what I mean? They can, and they look like this, they're healthy, they look great, but it's just how your body reacts to certain things. You just really gotta know yourself. And I mean, like I said, Brady, LeBron, they got top of the line everything, man. They got top of the line chef who does portion control. I mean, people can do that. They can do portion control. They can do meal prep. They can definitely do meal prep. Like, that takes a lot of discipline and being consistent with. You can do a lot of recovery, a lot of stretching. Like, there's so much stuff you can do to get to that level, but you just gotta, you gotta stay on it. You know what I mean? That's like literally, like, I know LeBron spends almost like $2 million on his body alone. You know what I mean? And then I'm pretty sure Brady spends just as much. Like, it's so important to keep your health and your body up to par, especially when you playing, football, when you get hit all the time and you're 43 taking all those hits. And then also, some people just build different. You know what I mean? They just build different, because look at Gronk. Gronk gets hurt all the time. And he probably have taken a lot more hits than Brady. Well, not, all through the career, but I'm saying his hits been like, people are literally targeting his legs. People are literally trying to take him out the game. They're hitting him low. Right. I mean, so it's like, I gotta say, Brady, LeBron, they're like one of a kind, bro. Like, they really are. I mean, and they definitely stay on point with everything they're supposed to do. And a lot of people like, like me and like everybody else, we don't have the benefit of having people on cue with everything. You know what I mean? Oh, it's time to eat. Oh, how much calories did you intake? Or did you take enough fibers? Like, there's a lot that they have that we just don't have. Like, we don't have the access to. You know what I mean? So
is there anybody, like, right now, that any athlete that you watch, you're like, I can tell he's out of shape? Who would you want to work with? Who would you want to train? Man or woman?
Give me Zion. Give me Zion. Zion, you can tell that he's out of shape. Give me LeBron before he lost weight. Before he got and like he got serious in the gym. Give me who else?
Yeah, get your man Paul Pierce. He's had a nasty NBA body for almost his whole career, bro. How is that possible? He's running up and down the court looking like Pillsbury, hitting 15-footers. It's crazy. Look like the Michelin Man.
Give me Luka.
Luka, yeah. Tighten him up.
Yeah, get him. That's off. That's part I could think of.
But I mean, in generally, most like basketball players are like lean, tall. So like, how would you train those type of athletes to build their strength? Because I mean, like they say MJ was as strong as an ox. They say, John Stockton, Gary Payton, all these guys, like these wire guys, Grant Hills, like 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", like wing guys, but they were just strong as all level. So how would you do that?
So what you do with them is, like, you can do weight training with them, but you still want to do more explosiveness with them, because you can't put too much weight on their joints, because if they make a hard cut, or if they like make a pivot or something, like you can snap something. You know what I mean? Because it's too much weight, it's too much force going on at once on that particular body part. You know what I mean? So it's like you have people like Adrian Peterson, who's or DK Metcalf, like those dudes are
built different,
naturally crazy, built strong like that, and it's okay for them. But if you put weight on KD, man, you're gonna hurt him. You're gonna hurt him. So you can do weight training, but you want to make sure that you're like you want to make sure you know what you're doing. Right. Like if you remember The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, he said he put on weight that summer. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine, but he was also still doing basketball. I mean, he was still doing explosive movement. He was still doing cuts. He was still doing all this other type of stuff to go along with the weight training. Because you can't, because especially somebody like me, like I can use my man's for example. The dude owns his gym. He's strong. He's big boy, strong, muscle. You've seen him before, P. He's huge, right? But he went to go play basketball, right? And he tore his ACL. Because and the funny thing is he tore it on grabbing a rebound. The problem is he sold his weight. He's not training for speed and agility. He's trained for just bulking. And the problem is when you just bulk and then you land hard, it's just, you can snap something, and that's what happened, or tear something. It's like when you do box jumps. I tell you, do box jumps. You want to land light. You don't want to land too hard because you can easily hurt your shins. You know what I mean? It's a lot to it. It's honestly a lot to it, but it's like different people. Like I said, you gotta look at somebody and know what they need to work on. I mean, there's certain tests you can do without them even knowing that. Okay, we gotta fix that while we do this. You get what I'm saying? It's like you just gotta know what you're doing. To be honest with you.
Right. I mean, it's funny that when you talk about that, the first person that jumps into my mind is Jason Tatum for some reason, because I'm just going by.
We need to trade Tatum.
Excuse me, say what?
We're not trading. You know,
he
said trade Tatum. He's a Jaylen Brown fan. He's a Jaylen Brown. But
you can be a Jaylen Browns fan, but you mean like why? I need you to tell the people why you would trade Jason Tatum.
I would trade Tatum because he doesn't want to take the big shot.
Whoa. He takes a big shot. You mean he doesn't drive more?
Yeah. Did we see the last couple
takes
of
the
games?
Big shots.
Did we see the last couple of games?
Yeah.
He's been passing it to Marcus Smart. All right. He's been giving it to Marcus Smart to give up the shot. All right. Ever since Tatum got blocked by my man from the Heat.
Adebayo.
Ever since
you think that changed his life? I don't know.
It changed my outlook. It changed my outlook on him. I just feel like he's soft now.
I don't know, Keith, man. I don't know, man. You got to give that man another chance because that boy right there is different.
Soft, man.
He's different.
I think he takes too much shots. He should be driving more, but I mean, he's good. I think he's good.
He's a good player. But I just feel like
he's a star. He's a star. He's a center. Now, but I'm telling you.
I'll take Jaylen Brown over Tatum, just to be honest.
Okay. I got you.
There's nothing wrong with that. But to my question, right, and the reason why I brought him up is to speak on what you was just talking about, how you should know your body and know what you need to work on, and you don't want to put too much bulk because you don't want to affect your game. Because I look at him and I look at his rookie year to his fourth year.
Yeah,
fourth year, and you can just see the difference of his body, and you could tell that if he would have bulked up or did anything extra than what he did before, like it would have affected his game. But you could tell that he's working with professional trainers, and they know what they need to work on with him, because now he's taking the deeper threes. He should be taking it to the rack more, but he takes it to the rack, oh so often. But he's not fearful like he was before. But but I brought him up because we were speaking of, how important it is to know your body. And I feel like, these, professional athletes, professional trainers know what they're doing with these athletes.
Lit. All right, P,
I,
man.
I,
So
I think with Tatum and his body alone, I I just don't like him. But no, that's not I don't like him.
Stop hating on my man. Stop hating on my guy, yo.
It's not I don't like him. It's just that, like I said, I don't see him in the gym putting up weight because he's soft. But he he's a shooter, man. Honestly, if I was Tatum, I would lose weight. To be honest with you, I was trying to slim down to get my cuts a little bit more faster. But he's tall and he's tall and slim. His game's not going to the hole. Even though we were wanting to go to the rack, that's just not his game. I mean, it's not like, and the thing is not like he can't. He just chooses not to. He likes to step back three. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with Blake Griffin and Aaron Gordon. I mean, they don't dunk no more. I mean, they don't dunk no more. They realize the injury. Look at Derrick Rose. You know what I mean? When stuff like that happens to people, or when their body starts changing, it starts affecting. I mean, it affects everything. You know what I mean? So it's not saying that Derrick Rose is not quick enough, but before Derrick Rose was solid. You know what I mean? He was solid. That dude was solid. But now it's like you can see that he's not really bulked up like that. He's not really toned like that. He's more like he's like slimmed down and everything, because you gotta know that when you put so much weight on your body, some of your joints are used to it, some of them are not, or some of them are wore down. You know what I mean? Like look at like when Zion got hurt. When Zion first came to the NBA, he was hurt. You know what I mean? That's just off from wear and tear. So it's like you just gotta know what's, like I said, you gotta know what's good for you. You know what I'm saying? And these personal trainings, like there's a lot of tests. They do a lot of, professional trainers, they do a lot of tests. They do a lot of certain things. And it's not just one professional trainer work with them. You know what I mean? It's a whole team working with them to see like what is good for this player. And I mean, that's why they get paid the big bucks to identify what's best for that person. You know what I mean? Because I look at it like this now. Like when people come to me, I'm like, I gotta know you, because that's not no longer your body no more. Like that's our body. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like for me it's like you're my work. So therefore now I gotta treat your body like it's my body. Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's how deep you really gotta know the person that you're training and the client that you have. Like you gotta really take it serious like that. I know the professional trainers, I'm pretty sure they do. Right. So it's like you just got just know what works for you, what it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like you gotta train for different sports. Like for football, you want to football and stuff like that. You want to train for balance and strength. You know what I mean? If you're a running back, you want to train for a certain type of way. If you're a wide receiver, you got to train a certain type of way. It's like there's a lot. Like a lot of people say, there's no such thing as sports-specific training. But honestly, you got to know what type of. You got to know. You got to know which it's probably your occupation. Like you got to know what type of job your client is doing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know. Like if you sit down on a chair all day, you got to take that into consideration. Like, or if you jumping up or if you climbing ladders all day, you got to take all that in consideration when you work with your client. And that's just like, that's probably the basic and broadest explanation I can say when it comes to like professional athletes. Like there's so many different body types out there that you just gotta know what works for them.
Right.
Keith, man, thank you so much, man, for coming on here, man, sharing your journey
already,
with us, dog. Yeah, I mean, it's big, man. This is your inaugural, our first trainer to bless us on the podcast, man. So
appreciate it.
I mean, we salute you, your journey, everything you're doing, from helping, the youth to families. I mean, to getting, saying dudes, fiancés tight. I mean, everything that you do for the community, my guy. I mean, and I mean, we wish you nothing but the best, man. So however we can help promote, man, let us know and we'll post it, man. But before we get out of here, what we always like to ask our guests is, what do you want to leave for the people? Like, what motivation do you want to leave for the people, man? Because all our viewers are watching. We always want to give them something to take home with.
Biggest thing I probably leave to everybody is if you want to just go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Stop holding back. Don't waste any more time. If you got something if you got something that you wanna, if you got a goal you're trying to reach, just go ahead and strive for it. It's never too late, but you don't want to wait. You want to keep waiting. You know what I'm saying? If you got something you want to go ahead and go get it. If you got dreams, you know what I mean? You want them things to manifest, you just gotta stop putting forth the effort. And don't waste time. You know what I mean? Just don't waste any more time. Just go ahead and do it.
What
That's
you got,
about it.
I just got paying it forward. Like once you, like Keith said, once you get it, just paying it forward. Once you get that blessing, just make sure that you be, just make sure to be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you wanna reach one, teach one. So once you get whether it's being the best trainer in the world, once you get that knowledge, pass it on. You know what I mean? Help the youth, help whoever you want to, whoever you can reach. So just reach one, teach one.
Yeah, man, super dope, man. Thanks, fellas, man. I just want to leave the people with this, man, with two things, man. The only way is to go all the way. I mean, when you start something, you finish it, man. And once we start attacking our goals and when we're starting them, man, we have to understand like there's gonna be like our goals are gonna fight back. I mean, it's not just given to us. I mean, you can have a goal, but like if you ain't gonna really like be a dog about it and go get it, man, like just being enjoying the process along the way, the pain, almost like when you're doing a set. I mean, you get the 5, you get the 6, you get the 7. It's just getting sore, everything's getting heavy, but you gotta keep pushing, man. And then once you do that, I mean, you're able to just really just expand, man. And there's so many more opportunities that come your way, man. So not only that, man, is to also continue to live on your own terms, man. And you don't have to follow society. You can follow whatever ideologies that you do have. Be the best person that you can be. But and don't put your life in other people's hands, man. Just live on your own terms and really get after it. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I mean, go right now to subscribe to our YouTube page, Talk Your Shit Sports Podcast YouTube page. Follow us on IG at Talk Your Shit Sports Podcast. You can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Again, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, man. And it's always a pleasure, family. Case, you are welcome. We salute you. You know what I mean? It's
Appreciate
all love.
you guys.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing, man, with your all your clients, man, the family. I hope the family's good. The boys, shout out to your fam. Peace. Shout out to Lil Man. Shout out to Danny, y'all. You know what it is. It's all love for the Talk Your Shit Sport Podcast. And it's up, y'all.
We up, man.
All right, yo.